TheOAMNetwork.com. Power to the podcast.
Dear Millennials, the Lit Ass Podcast!
Yeah.
Can the people see us? I don't think so.
Yeah, they can.
Are you sure? Oh, okay. There we go. Yo, Dear Millennials, the Lit Ass Podcast. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Make sure you search us on Facebook, Dear Millennials. Follow us on Instagram at Dear Millennials _. Follow us on Twitter at DMillennialsPod. Search us on YouTube, Dear Millennials Podcast. We are available on Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Spotify, Google Play. All right, if you have any booking, sponsorship, donations, or any other inquiries, please email us at dearmillennialspodcast@gmail.com. Thank you for all of you all who have purchased shirts. Peep the new hats.
Yeah, y'all got it on backwards.
It's going down basement. All right. Yo, welcome to... What's up, y'all?
I don't know.
Welcome to episode 12. I just want some attention. We'll explain what that's all about. It's your boy, Top Brain Marvin Frank, singer-songwriter, educated student to the game, homie, lover, friend. Just know R. Kelly would not be guilty in switching.
Man, if you bring up R. Kelly, let me find out he paying you.
Right.
No, he did get a second chance on the sexual assault charge. From what
Anyway, South Memphis Stand Up. It's your boy, Mac Lovin. Got these chicks straight out the oven. Educator, motivator, dark skin, drinking hand, teacher, preacher, got you dying, laughing, calling me the Grim Reaper. Oh.
It's your girl, Mary Jane. Georgia raised, Memphis paid, book club creator, the woman storyteller, and your favorite around the way girl.
And y'all already know who it is. It's your girl, OPP, a.k.a. South Memphis Queen, also known as the Memphis Finest.
Yo, and together we are Dear Millennials, the Lit Ass Podcast. Shout out to Gil. What's up, Gil?
What's up, Gil?
We're here recording live at OAM Network in Midtown in Crosstown Concourse in Memphis, Tennessee. Welcome to episode 12. I just want some attention. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to get married like the Curry, Steph and Ayesha-ish.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes, Cardi!
And
Cardi was amazing Sunday.
She was. Shout out to everybody we saw at the Beale Street Music Festival. We saw some people with some shirts on. So shout out to y'all, man, showing love. In light of the controversy surrounding Ayesha Curry expressing her most vulnerable thoughts, it's only right that we have a lit-ass debate. So, in conversation, so later in the show, we'll be opening the lines at 901-457-4677. And we want to know, what are your thoughts on Ayesha Curry's comments? If you're not abreast as to what they are, don't worry. We got you. Just keep it locked. All right. Now it's time for the 10 DM commandments. Things you need to be living by in 2019. Number one, all right, if you're an avid listener, you already know. We want you to say it with us. Thou shalt not support Trump.
Fuck no.
And followed by that number 2 is thou shalt not abide by the written UNO rules.
Okay.
What?
See, that's why they say black people don't read, because we don't read directions. First of all,
directions.
So for those that don't know, the UNO rule is UNO company got so mad they end up tweeting talking about
They got so mad.
First of all, you can't play a draw 2 once somebody puts down a draw 4. You got to draw those 4 and then skip your turn. No, you playing UNO. We playing UNO is the Spanish word. We playing 1. We playing 1. So in the game of 1, you can play a draw 4 and play a draw 2, and the person after you got to draw 6.
True. I agree. I concur.
That's why you always gotta ask what rules are we playing though. So,
we playing 1.
People who don't like to play by that one, McLovin.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep it moving. Number 3, y'all. It's getting hot outside. Thou shalt wash between your splits and pick up your bits. All right? Goes without saying. Get in between there. Pick up them little particles. That little residue.
Let's not forget what O told us a couple of episodes ago. Eat your vegetables. Eat your
fruits and veggies, y'all. It is act up season.
Yeah.
So y'all know if y'all gonna act up, go ahead and eat your fruits and veggies.
Yeah,
Come on
you
now.
can eat right all you want. You still got to take care of your hygiene. Number 4, thou shalt not reinstate Tiger Woods' black card. Womp, womp, womp. Can we get a fact check for that, Gil, please? God damn it, Gil.
All right.
Tiger Woods was awarded a medal from Donald Trump. President Trump, man.
What?
So, yeah, man.
He ain't my president.
My president
Anyway,
is black.
Tiger, you're not getting, you still ain't got no stripes with the black.
No, you
community.
do not.
Anyway, all right.
Number 5, thou shalt not support Mayochella. So if you guys haven't already seen for this week, basically Taylor Swift had the nerve and audacity to try to knock off Beyonce's Baychella performance. Yes, she had a band from Ole Miss play behind her like Beyonce did for her homecoming special. So Taylor, I only listened to a couple of your songs, but baby, just stay in your lane. That's all we ask.
In the words.
Yes, in the words of OPP, stay in your lane.
And LeVar Ball, stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane.
Stay in it.
You do. And followed by that number 6, thou shalt stop transactional friendship.
I'm going to the bank with this one.
Yes, we are. So in the days of time of transactional friendships and relationships just in general, I feel like everybody's is out to get something. I feel like we have moved away from the art of friendship and actually like being there and having relationships with people with now, oh, let me see what you have to offer before I allow you to be my friend. And so just, thou shalt stop transactional friendships. Like, I may not even need what you offer, but you feel like I may have some access to something, but really I don't. So let's just stop that, y'all. It's 2019. We need to learn the art of friendships over again.
Agreed. All right, number 7, thou shalt not be a copycat. Taking lingo back from the elementary days. All right, it's all good to be influenced and inspired by others around us, but it's just kind of whack when you just copying. And I'll leave that there. Number 8, thou shalt remove negative people from your life. Go on and cut that off. Yeah. Come on, man. It's 2019. If it's not positive vibes, only get from around me.
Yeah, that's real.
All right, number 9.
Thou shalt stop having unrealistic expectations. So, unrealistic expectations of people in general. For me, this 2019, I feel like people have unrealistic expectation, relationship-wise, friendship-wise, and just overall in life, like where you're supposed to be at a certain age and things like that. So how y'all feel about that? Just from my own personal experiences, I feel like millennials have unrealistic expectations of what they should and should not be doing and seeking like societal validation with it. So just stop having unrealistic expectations about your life or what you should be doing and just bask and live in the moment and try to improve.
I agree. I do want to add to that. Now, I'm okay with having unrealistic expectations, right? I think it's always okay to strive beyond what the mind can fathom. However, if you're going to have unrealistic expectations, follow through with them. Meet your goals. Yeah. Accomplish what you say you're going to do. Even if it's all the way up there, it may seem unattainable, right? Do what you got to do to get it done. All right. Number 10.
Thou shalt stop taking things out of context.
Woo! My people. Facebook has been in an uproar.
Kind of like what today's topic is.
Yes. This is definitely.
Y'all were killing me today.
I
want to punch everybody in the face.
Yeah. Y'all, we got to stop listening to snippets and running with our opinions of what was said without any context and simple terms, without knowing the whole story.
Yep.
Without hearing the whole conversation.
Yeah.
All right. All you heard was, I'll kill that fool. But you didn't hear the part. If you
Okay,
don't
that's
give
a
me
little-
my... Okay, yeah, that's a
that's
little...
a little-
All right.
Are your arms hurting?
All right.
Because you reaching.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was the 10 DM commandments. Always giving you the commandments to live by, things you should be living by 2019. We'll be opening up the phone lines a little later, 901-457-4677. We want to know, what are your thoughts on Ayesha Curry's comments? If you don't know what's popping with that, we will definitely keep you abreast. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now it is time for the quickie segment. Quick rundown of what's going on today. Can we get a real sexy...
Get that chocolate.
Hope you don't really do that.
Dash it on your
That
toe.
was a turnoff, Marvin.
Right. Oh, wow.
It was just...
Oh.
It was a joke.
Whatever.
Okay, so let's go ahead and dive in for this week's quickies. A lot of things has been happening and going on in the world this week. Let's start with the first one. Georgia Governor Brian Kemp signed a controversial law bill banning abortion after a fetal heartbeat can be detected, which can be as early as 6 weeks before any woman know they are pregnant. How do we feel about that?
Whoa.
Yes.
We all knew that was on the Republican agenda, though.
Did we?
What? Yes. They've
Wait.
been talking about this for years.
Yeah,
They
We
have.
all knew that this was on their agenda.
So I knew it was on their agenda, but I didn't think it would actually get, someone would have the nerve to sign a bill.
It is crazy. It is definitely crazy that women do not have the right to choose what goes on with their body. That's completely beyond me. But we all knew it was on that damn agenda.
So I knew, I think we were, so I would say we knew, but we didn't actually think that would follow through with it.
They're Republicans.
So what does the bill say again? With this bill, what's being said again?
So the bill is banning women who have fetals in their body who basically have a heartbeat that can be detected. So if you go to the doctor's office and they can detect a heartbeat of the child, you cannot abort it.
Interesting. And how long does it take for a woman to know whether or not...
It
does
can-
depend?
It takes 6 weeks.
It could take 6 weeks.
So how long does it take for the heart to develop? Do we know?
Well, I'm saying for you to be aware that you're pregnant, it can take a while. A woman's body is different.
Yes.
You can be you can have pregnancy symptoms and you are actually not pregnant. Like that's how unpredictable it is.
It is. So on average, I think the heart is formed in 2 to 3 weeks.
Really?
But that doesn't provide you enough symptoms or anything for you to be able to find out. So I don't think you start actually having symptoms until
for
6
most
and 8
women,
weeks.
you are more aware if you're actually trying.
Yes.
So if a woman ain't even trying, it ain't crossing her mind.
Yes.
It may take the 7th week, she drinking and having, living her best life before she realizes she's pregnant.
Right. So I don't think that's right at all. So we're going to keep it moving, but that ain't right.
They always want to control it. Thank you, OPP. Ladies and gentlemen, that was a quickie segment. Just to keep you abreast. Oh, did you have enough? My bad. When you said,
I love
my bad.
you, Marvin.
Go ahead.
I do.
My bad.
He just cut you off.
He just cut me off. On a more positive light note, Common came out this week with his released memoir called Let Love Have the Last Word. In his memoir, he talked about being a victim of rape and how he overcame that. Yes, how he overcame that was allowing himself to love and move forward. So thank you, Common, for those words of inspiration and just kind of this positivity. So I will be purchasing that book. Again, that is Let Love Have the Last Word. Now you can go ahead and cut me off, Mark.
I didn't want to cut you off, boo, and I'm so sorry. It was all fine when I met her. We broke up and got back together. That I had to sweat her. Ooh, shout out to Common. Shout out to Common.
I wasn't a huge Common fan, believe it or not.
Really?
Are you serious?
And y'all know me. No, I wasn't.
I did like that track from Brown Sugar.
You would give me of it. You would give me of it. I love that song. Give me, let me testify. You know that song?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. OPP, was that it?
Yes.
All right. That was our quickie segment. To close it out, can we get a real sexy? Ooh.
Shit, I cannot believe you did that, girl. God damn.
right. Ladies and gentlemen, now it's time for Hood Code with McLovin.
Hey,
Hey.
Hello, Mike.
how are you? It is I, McLovin, giving you the Hood Code. Grab your Bibles with me and turn with me to Names, chapter 2, verse 6. When you have it, say, yeah, my nig.
Yeah,
Yeah,
my
my
Hold on.
Hey.
Names, chapter 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, my nigga.
You ain't
There we
pulling
go.
shit up.
And it reads, you are not hood if your neighborhood does not consist of the following names. Tay-Tay. Boo-Main. Pee-wee. Poo-poo. Head. Lil anything. Knockoff names of celebrities. Big Mama. Names that are opposite of your appearance, such as my name is Lighty or Whitey. Kiki
Mimi.
and Peaches.
Did you really say Kiki?
You all have listened to the Hood Codes with McLovin. Have a lit ass week.
Straight from the book of names. Thank you, McLovin. Always let us know the codes to the street, to the hood.
Now I'm just letting y'all know that's and I know your sister name is Kiki.
Yeah.
She got a little hood and I don't know.
She do.
From South
I told you we
Memphis,
from
baby.
South Memphis.
Exactly. Like I
Lamar
said.
Garden, we grew up around the corner
Like
from
I-
Newmarket. I promise you, more than likely, we ran across the path when we were kids.
Shout out to Lamar Garden and also Rose Garden or Alcee Garden, or however you want to say it now. These are definitely real hood nigga names. And more, and I know we got to move on, but more importantly, any name that you had to say it twice, you in the hood. Tay-Tay, Day-Day, Mama.
Didi.
Yeah, we ain't gonna do it that one. So,
Now, if you were woke,
Didi?
if you were
It's a
woke,
day.
no.
Fuck you.
Oh.
now if you were woke, you would identify that black people have such creative names because we don't want to take the names of our slave masters.
And that's cool. And I definitely, as a matter of fact, Gil, can I get a fact check, please?
And those are the facts.
Bryson, that's my boy Bryson Wilson. Those are the
Sugarland,
facts.
Texas.
From Sugarland, Texas. He called me last night. Oh, Marvin. Anyway, that's my boy, man. Shout out to Bryson Wilson. My guy, man. He really lives in DC, but he's from Sugarland, Texas. All right, y'all. Now it is time. Oh, yo, we're going to be opening the phone lines real soon, y'all. Make sure you stay tuned. Stay posted. You're going to call in the 901-457-4677. We want to know, what are your thoughts on Ayesha Curry's latest comments? All right, and we'll break it down, what has been said, kind of our perspective on it. But we will be opening those phone lines real soon. All right, but before we get into that, all right, it's now time for Living Single with Mary Jane. Yeah. And we're living,
Single.
ooh, in a
Ladies kind of world.
hey,
I'm
glad I
got my
nigga.
Really?
Well,
Did we
then.
just? Really? Did we?
Hey.
Queen Latifah would not
Okay.
approve.
So
UNITY. Hey. Just another
today's
day.
living single, O and I actually were having a discussion, and she brought it to my attention how us women, we like to set up these unrealistic expectations for the men that we are going after or pursuing or wanting to be with. And when those expectations don't get met, we feel a bit disappointed. So it's kind of like first of all, I want to address the question, why do women have to set high expectations for men? All right. Men always have high expectations for women that women, majority of the time, can meet, or y'all will go and date these women who are very dependent, who cannot take care of themselves, who do not know how to cook, who do not know how to clean, and y'all settle for those women and you make babies with those women. All right. Don't look at me like that, Marcus. But when women have these high expectations, it's like we're wrong for doing that. We never find a guy who can meet it and commit to us. Like, what's the problem?
Let identify some expectations. So
Okay.
are you
have to
saying
have-
women have? I mean, you're saying men have too high of expectations, or women have too high?
Men have women have high expectations for men.
Like what? What's a high expectation for a woman?
What do you think? Oh,
So
for a man. A woman
Okay.
is for men.
for a high expectations for a man, it's just him having it all together. We want you to have it kind of all together, and then you appear to have it all together, and then when we find out that you don't, it's just like, oh.
Well, let's talk about altogether, okay? Altogether to me is just being able to take care of yourself. So you don't have to be suited and booted.
Mm-hmm.
You do not have to have a high profile job. You can be a truck driver for all I care, but you're taking care of yourself. You have a means of some type of independence and you're not some little boy.
I don't know if that's unrealistic. So guys aren't doing that?
Another, I think, let's just be specific.
Niggas ain't washing their ass?
Let's be
Don't call his
specific.
name.
Let's go ahead.
No, I ain't calling Let's
Jeffrey.
be specific. All right. Do not date a woman for X amount of time, let's say 7 months, and you're not committing to her, and you know that she's the type of woman that you want to be with.
7 months. That's it. I'm joking.
That's a long time
It
to
is.
be
Come on.
spending with
It
somebody.
is. It is.
And they're not settling down.
So have you been?
But
in
that's a high expectation,
Thank you.
quote unquote, for a woman to have for a man, but it's not for a man.
But maybe that woman has not shown. Maybe that woman hasn't shown that she is worthy of a committed relationship.
And
I
you
beg
can
to
say that
differ.
before 7 months,
And-
over a half
Or maybe
a
I'm
year
trying to
ago?
give you a chance to get your shit together.
And you the fool
beg
for
to
staying
differ.
around for 7 months if that doesn't meet your expectation.
I beg to differ.
How not? You sitting
Some
around
women
waiting.
some women do not stand around waiting for that long. I'm just saying, like, it really takes you all forever to commit.
Right, but am I okay? So I now McLovin, let me know if I'm wrong. Most guys, are we really like, yo, hey, I want to commit real soon, baby girl, real soon. Like I'm ready to get married, woo wop a bam. I think you all assume and want that out of a good guy, but I think you all you all are sometimes in denial, and you hear that from whatever it is that we're telling
In
you,
denial,
or you
and we hear
interpret,
that.
or you interpret the time that is spent with you as, oh, real soon, yeah, it's gonna be Barack and Michelle. You know what I'm saying?
So you don't think by any means or any chance you guys don't lead that on?
I don't think
You
that.
don't think I'm asking you for a valid answer. You do not think you play a big part in leading that on?
Go ahead,
So do you not-
Because I'm a quote one of my boos.
So understand this. First of all,
You gonna find out who my boo is.
Okay.
Calm down.
first of all, you have to understand it has to be communicated.
It has to be okay.
Understand, and once again, going back to the last or to a couple of episodes ago, a lot of people don't want to have that conversation.
Yeah.
And
That's sad.
and understand, yes, like Marvin said, it's your fault being with me for goddamn 7 months and your ass still trying to make things
Did you
work.
just really said it?
It is because
Go
we have to
ahead.
stop. We have to stop putting the blame on men when women have a mind of their own, knowing that this MFer ain't sugar honey iced tea, but I'ma still kick it with them because
But you men
like
do
him.
a great job at acting like you more than sugar honey iced tea.
Well, my thing is, it's okay for me to like you.
It is okay for you to like me, but you do not communicate the fact that you have no intentions on being in a committed relationship.
Or maybe
with me.
I- or
no.
first of all,
You act like no. You act like we have something going on, and you don't communicate that yourself.
Or maybe
and
we
then
do.
you continue. How?
Or maybe we do have something going on, and it's good, but it's still a little rough around the edges. And I'm now giving
So
you
now
time.
you're giving yourself an excuse.
Have you communicated what's rough?
Yes. Let's just say I did.
Okay.
Hey, it's like an evaluation. A quarterly evaluation.
This man said quarterly
And that's real. And
I mean,
think
for
as
women
a-
as well, we evaluate y'all.
as a relationship, people need to have quarterly,
Yep.
or not even quarterly, but evaluations. Be like, hey, baby, how are we as a couple?
Okay.
Like, what are our next steps? What are we gonna do? Like, yeah, when are we planning to be serious? When are we planning to move in?
Yeah.
When are we gonna plan? When you gonna let me suck your toes, baby? Come on,
Yeah.
come on, help me.
Yeah,
Re-
you
Go ahead.
you have to. I think we all have to hold ourselves accountable. All right, ladies, you have to hold yourself accountable. It's not, he led me on for this amount of time. No, you allowed yourself to be led on for X amount of time. So if you're doing yourself a disservice if you're staying around and this situation is not meeting your expectation for what you want. You're compromising where you don't have to. Why are you chasing somebody who doesn't want to be chased, obviously? I don't.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And to wrap this discussion up, I just want to say that from experience, I have learned over the past couple of years of dating that you do have to be very open with what you're looking for. If you have an expiration date for the people that you date, you got to let these men know, because if you don't, they're going to just drag you around and think that all you all are doing are just spending time with each other and enjoying each other's company. So hold up. So you do have to be like very open and honest, like after this and such time, and like 3 months is very unrealistic for a man. But after such and such time, I'm moving on. And I don't care what you got going on. I don't care what you do, but I'm not about to stick around and wait for you to come around and figure out that I'm the woman that you want to be with.
Can we not just put it on men taking
Pass me the birthday cake, popcorn, please.
first of all, understand
About to be boo-hoo
that
and crying for the men today.
Thank you.
women also play the same game. Why are we making it seem like men ain't shit?
Because you're not.
Women, and this is true.
Okay.
It's those are the facts.
Done it again.
No,
you,
the
Gil.
hell you didn't, Gil.
Thank you, Gil. I love
Gil
you.
has done
Did
it
I tell
again.
you I love
Thank
you?
you, Gil.
I love you, Gil.
All I'm saying is that we gonna have to fire Gil.
No, we not.
No, I mean not fire Gil. We just gonna let you leave during this segment. But understand that men also deal with ain't shit ass women. Women play the field.
That's true.
Women take
Entertain.
women entertain other niggas, and honestly, they wait long too because they got all these slave loads of niggas waiting on them.
Are you serious?
And that's real.
Gives me a chance.
Which now goes into this conversational piece.
Thank you.
Beautiful guys.
Yo, thank you, Mary Jane, for Living Single segment. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Everybody that's been staying with us on Facebook Live. Dear Millennials, the Lit Ass Podcast, episode number 12. All right, entitled, I Just Want Some Attention. I want to get married, like the Curry, Steph and Ayesha shit. All right, in light of the controversy surrounding Ayesha Curry expressing her most vulnerable thoughts, all right, it's only right that we have a lit ass conversation today. So, we're posing several questions. Was Ayesha Curry wrong for expressing slight insecurities when not gaining little to or as much attention as her husband from the opposite sex, or who she's interested, or her preference? Is there a thin line between being real and talking too damn much? Let's be real. Are we not all flattered by attention from others? So in a little while, y'all, we're going to open up the phone lines. Call in. Let us know your thoughts. 901-457-4677. What are your thoughts on Ayesha Curry's comments?
Can we?
What
I was gonna say, when can we play the sound bite so folks can hear what she had to say?
Oh, yeah. So if you haven't heard, it was, what's it called? Red Table Talk. Jada Pinkett hosted. Did I get the name correctly? Red Table Talk hosted the Curry family. So it was basically like the wives and fiancés of some current ball players. So yeah, Gil, can you take us in for the people that haven't heard it?
Something that really bothers me and like honestly has given me a sense of a little bit of an insecurity is the fact that, yeah, like there are all these women like throwing themselves, but me, like the past 10 years, like I don't have any of that. Like I have zero, it sounds weird, but like male attention. And so then like I begin to internalize it and I'm like, is something wrong with me?
You're
like
not looking.
What
You're not
like
looking.
Interesting. So, and this interview was about 30 minutes long. So like going back to what we were saying earlier about context. Well, first let's start with this. All right. Just Rick, whip around. Was Ayesha wrong for feeling how she feels?
Who wants to start?
Clearly, her twin sister would like to say something.
Look, I'm down for all of Ayesha today. Just because I see that she's getting a lot of attacks, which I feel like is just so unnecessary, and everybody is blowing this out of proportion. So if you listen to the entire interview and not just this clip, you will understand and hear that she was asked a very specific question. And it was basically just, how do you deal with women being thrown at your man? And she just brought up how Steph gets this large volume of groupies, but then she talks about how actually I don't get any. So that's how I took it. And it was just a harmless thought that she came across. Any woman that has a man who has women being thrown at them will reflect and notice how, well, I don't have anybody being thrown at me. And then she goes to say, not that I want the attention, but is there something wrong with me? Any woman who is a woman will have that thought. So I do not feel that she was wrong for saying what she said.
I'm a firm believer in you can never tell somebody how they should feel, because that's a total right of the person who is expressing that feeling or that sentiment. So no, I don't think she was wrong for feeling how she feels.
For me, I feel like it's being blown out of context as well. And you have to understand, like, this was a friendly girlfriend conversation between the other young ladies and Jada Pinkett Smith. And just, you guys have to understand and realize, when you're a mom, because I've worked with moms before in my previous work life, it takes a toll on them. They lose their identity, they lose their body, they lose a sense of self. So with them trying to regain that and just that fulfillment that they previous once was before motherhood, it's okay to have those feelings. And I feel like people were being completely insensitive to her, Miss Curry, at all times. Like, you guys know, the men that were blowing this out of proportion, you don't know what it's like to be a woman.
Thank you.
You don't. And it's just,
women
hold
were
up, wait a minute,
her.
let me finish. You don't know what it's like to be a woman. And as early as adolescent childhood, when you start liking the opposite sex, you sometimes look, if you're not raised right, look for that male attention to know that, hey, that I'm pretty. Where men, you know, you have the opportunity and the ability to have all of these women thrown at you all types of the day. And it's just like, you have to understand where she's coming from. She's a woman. She's a mom. She has probably not going through her full process of postpartum depression. Any of that, you guys got to understand. It takes a lot from a woman. I've seen it from the strongest of the women to the weakest of the women, because you have to understand, you don't understand what it's like to go through a 9-month pregnancy, then give birth, then lose yourself, then you're completely losing your identity and you're raising a child. She has done that. You don't know that. I've seen that process. I've worked with that process, and it's hard for a woman to come out of that.
So what I want to, and I'm not disregarding and taking away from, you know, those mental thoughts. Understand that it's all about perception. Yeah, she says, well, this is my Ayesha voice. Well, I see all these women around Steph. Which is, and who's to say that he notices that? Who's to say that he notices that? Just the same way that she don't notice that men or she feels like men aren't, coming on to her and flirting with her. Maybe Steph don't notice that, and maybe Steph sees what she don't see. So understand that it can be a two-way street. And that also jumps in, and I think is more so of, I don't care what she says, where she said it. Going into the comments of Mark Rogers, he says, she putting the business out there. And understand and like you said, it's just girlfriend talk. Damn, this girlfriend talk on live. On the national TV or national internet.
But this was a harmless thought. Y'all men are really blowing what she said out of proportion. She didn't say that she was in an open. She didn't say that she was in an open marriage.
Do it again.
She didn't say that her and Steph Curry are not doing well in the bedroom. All she did was reflect on the fact that Steph is having all this female attention and she actually has zero. And then she says, not that I want any, but it's something wrong with me. Y'all are missing the fact.
No, but understand this. She also slicked throwing Steph under the bus.
How? She never said that
Listen.
Steph wasn't giving her attention. She's talking about. Wait, no. She never
How you
said.
gonna at me and then not gonna let me
I don't
finish?
care. She never said that Steph Curry was not giving her any attention.
That's not what
she
I'm saying.
said that the volume of attention that he receives from groupies is not the same volume of what she's receiving.
So my question is this, right? Is there a natural feeling? Because what I hear in Ayesha's comments, and even if it's innocent, there's some slight envy. You're dating a man of great power. You're dating a man who's very popular. He's an iconic figure in today, right? 20 years from now, he will still be that. So is it natural for her to be a little envious? A little jealous when it comes to dating somebody of that magnitude.
So, what do you
Y'all are throwing things at her.
No.
Y'all
Let
are
me
really throwing a lot of things
finish.
at her, putting a lot of words in her
So
mouth.
that's not what I'm doing. So,
I said innocent as well.
But let me finish the comment I was trying to say before Curry number 7 butted in. Understand?
Yeah, I'll be that today.
Understand what I mean by throwing her on the bus. She also thrown out there, well, my man get all these women in his face and stuff like that. Nobody wants to hear that because then now
But that was the question in the interview. Y'all have to listen to the entire interview. Jada asked, how do y'all feel about groupies on their husband?
So first of all, going back to Jada, I like her and I don't like her. Whoop-de-doo. Call her what you want. Some of the stuff that she said, I feel like she's more so in a sense of urging that conversation out, in a sense of like,
well, this is what y'all gonna do if we get folks on the show?
Well, my thing is this, like, first of all, we already know Jada and Will, whatever they doing, that's cool. That's what that's what I'm saying. Like she said, I don't call it a marriage, I just call we just life partners. For what I'm saying? And understand that Jada already, man, all I'm saying is this, and fuck Jada at this point, no offense. Steph has to handle the criticism of people now, because now everybody or Ayesha made it, or in some way, form, or fashion, that Steph is just this woman magnet. He got all these women up on him.
We knew that.
He's a basketball player. Name one basketball player that does not.
Niggas who ride the bench.
What?
You a liar.
No, that's a lie.
Bro, I can name.
You may think that there are men out there that ride the bench
in my
that women are.
life,
Yeah.
Before I work where I work, I used to work at a bar and grill.
Give a secret
Stop
out.
it! I ain't finna give no secret out. The basketball players used to come here in the city of Memphis. So it doesn't matter if you ride the bench or not. As long as you are a part of the team, you receiving some love.
Okay,
if you were a part of the team, you were receiving some love.
So
that's all I'm gonna say. Because look, if you were a part of the team, you were receiving some love, and I saw it for myself. Look, no,
y'all, we want you to start calling in. All right, what is giving? What are your thoughts on Ayesha Curry's comments? Feel free to shout us out. Call. So,
can I
call us 901-457-4677. And hold on, McGlynn, before you. So I do want to ask, is there a thin line between being real or talking too damn much? Because a lot of guys are feeling like, and first of all, like I said, I don't have an issue with what Ayesha said. I think that's okay. But I think a lot of men are concerned with the platform in which she used to say it. How now, as McLovin said, this isn't even about Ayesha. It's not about her venting. This is about now their relationship. And he is also now a part of this conversation. And like you said, perception. So it's not even, unfortunately, we live in a society, people aren't going to look at context. They're going to take it, they're going to run with it, and they're probably going to exaggerate what was said, read way too deep into it than it needs to be read into. So, is there a thin line between being real and talking too much?
Can I say something, though?
Yes, you may.
We are really dismissing the fact that we understand that Steph Curry is going to get some attention. But nobody is really talking about that. Nobody is saying that Steph Curry is at fault for entertaining that attention or just being himself.
She didn't accuse him of doing that.
No, I'm saying nobody is addressing that. I'm not done talking.
Hey, before you
First of all, everybody is addressing the fact that Ayesha Curry made a harmless thought about the volume of attention that he's getting versus what she's getting. But nobody is saying that, okay, but it's okay for a male to get their attention. That's what it sounds like. I don't care what you're showing.
What? Bro, well, I'm going to hold my comment. We got a caller on the line.
Yo, who's on the line?
Yo, what's up? This is Mark Rogers.
Mark Rogers!
No, I don't want Mark Rogers on the phone line. I like what he said in the comments.
Mark, this is Dear Millennials, the Lit Ass Podcast. Thank you for calling. Ayesha Curry's comments. What are your thoughts?
Okay, Fred, listen up. She was wrong for using that platform. It's a terrible platform. She could have had that discussion with her husband. You know what I'm saying? Like, now she's going to have a whole bunch of unnecessary attention, both positive and negative, that she didn't even really want in the first place. So it's completely wrong.
So you feel that it's completely wrong, but I don't think we are providing enough. It is not wrong because it was a question that was asked. That's what we all keep forgetting. Jada Pinkett Smith asked her for her honest question. Please keep that in mind while we're talking about Ayesha Curry. So they asked her.
But out of respect for her husband, she could have also said, well, look, hey, I don't want to discuss something that could lead to jeopardizing my
Let me jump in here. Mark Rogers, Ayesha Curry did not reveal that they were in an open marriage. Ayesha Curry did not reveal that she was suffering from wanting to be with somebody else. Ayesha Curry did not reveal that she does not love Steph Curry and that they're having a hard time in their marriage. All she said was the volume of attention that Steph is receiving does not compare to what I'm receiving. So I am concerned, is there something wrong with me? That is a woman crying for help because she is unsure if she is even worth it. That's all. That was not revealing
but she
anything
should
about
have
a marriage.
crying to her man, not crying to Nancy.
What the F ever?
So she can talk. So basically, these women that were sitting at the table were related to her. They were associates of hers. They were also close family friends.
But you're using this public forum to express those things.
Exactly.
It's
Jada
not,
Pinkett, but you just said
doesn't
yourself,
matter.
McLovin and Marvin. Jada Pinkett has a way of pulling things out of you.
But
did you not? So
but look at where we are. Look at the conversation. Was it worth it?
Well, before we finish,
Mark,
we appreciate
I'm
that.
sure Ayesha Curry did not wake up
worth
thinking
it?
that, I'm about to
Was it
cause
worth it?
a problem in my relationship. And honestly, I'm sure that Ayesha Curry and Steph are not even having a problem in the relationship. I feel like everybody else in the outside world, the ones who are blowing this out of proportion, I'm sure they are just fine.
Well, Mark, we appreciate
but look at how many people are talking about it.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I'm sure their marriage is just fine, though. They probably
It's
not
going
even
to
stunting
affect
us.
them.
No,
I think they can get through it.
I don't think
How can
so.
it not?
I'm sure they're not stunting us.
First of all, they're beautiful people. And they're beautiful inside and out.
Exactly.
As Ayesha said, Steph is such a nice guy. They're not used to receiving this type of drag. I mean, think about it. This is our Christian celebrity couple.
And she didn't say that
The
she
man
cheated
who
on the
wears,
man.
is it John 3:16 on his shoe?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Okay, so my
this
thing-
is
All right, y'all, great job on the show, y'all.
we love you, Mike.
I
Thank you.
ain't gotta go back and forth with y'all.
Thank you.
Love you, Mark.
But my thing is, do we hold people to unrealistic expectations as though they don't have any issues going on?
So let me just...
So like we said in our DN commandments, thou shalt not have unrealistic expectation. That goes for celebrities as well.
Which is true. Let me say this. This is not the first time Ayesha has done something and got a lot of attention. Bad attention for the Currys. Understand that. On top of that, I just feel like, in my opinion, clout chasing, like whoop-de-doo. Like, understand this. Like, somebody made a post and retweeted her back. They was like, Ayesha Curry out here praying to be noticed by dudes other than Steph, just so she can get back to tweeting things like this. And she tweets, at the Auto Bell, getting a much-needed car wash. Don't really need the men trying to holler, though. I'm engaged. G's off the market.
What's the date on that tweet?
2011. But my thing is this. Understand that.
That was damn.
Okay, but I'm not just talking about this. I'm talking about last year at the playoffs when she was talking about, or the year before that when he threw the mouthpiece and made those, and she made these comments that made an uproar and all that. But we'll talk about that later. We got somebody else on the next line.
Yo, Dear Millennials, a lit ass podcast. Who's on the line?
Yo, this is Jay Porter.
Jay Porter! Man, come on, man. It's ice cold on these phone lines today. Yo, what are your thoughts on Ayesha Curry's comments?
All right, so first and foremost, I'm going to say that us as men, we're wired differently. So we can't even understand what's going on with those feelings that she had because we don't have those type of feelings at that level. But from my conversation that I had earlier with my female friends, it made me realize that as her body is changing, she's feeling differently. She doesn't feel the same way she felt when she first got married.
Thank you.
Right? So that's a physical and psychological thing that we don't understand. So it's best for us to just agree to disagree. No matter how we feel about it, she has that space that she's feeling, and we don't understand that.
Thank you.
Always such a lady.
But also,
man.
she says at the end of her comment, not that I want the attention. So it's like we're ignoring that. We're jumping to the conclusion that, I want men to attack me with all of these, hooper and hollering, whatever y'all do. She is saying not that she wants that, but I'm noticing it.
Well,
maybe she's not noticing it.
Originally, I felt that she kind of contradicted herself, right? Because she said she doesn't get it, not that she wants it, but it'd be nice. I was like, that's kind of, a contradiction. But again, I'm not meant to understand that because I'm wired differently. But at the same time, no matter what type of attention you're getting from, whether it's your spouse, your significant other, whomever, that does not, discount how you feel about yourself. Steph can be A1 all the time. Sometimes that's not enough to make her feel secure, if that makes sense. Sometimes she just may need a little more. And I think that's what she was saying. Because like I told Mark in the comments, Steph could tell her she's beautiful every morning, but at some point it kind of may get to depending on how she's feeling, where you're supposed to say that you're my husband. You know what I'm saying? It may be that situation. Not that Steph is lacking at all. Steph is doing exactly what he's supposed to do. But again, that's what he's supposed to do. So if she's not feeling herself in that moment, that's going to lead way to some insecurity. And there's nothing Steph can do about that. That's all on how she's feeling in that moment.
I would like to add really quickly.
Thank you, Jay. We appreciate you, Doc.
Big facts.
Oh, well, you
I would like to add really quickly that in the interview that Jada, a lot of the women mentioned that there are stages and levels of a marriage, and the longevity of it can determine where you are at and how you're feeling. Like those women address that. Neither of us are married. All right. So we don't know what those stages look like. And I feel like Steph's mom also mentioned, like, I'm not the same woman that I was when we were 18, and you don't look like the same man either. So it's like they are going through these different, runs and cycles of the marriage where they're feeling like, am I still that same value to you, maybe?
I feel that. And one thing, too, like I remember Jada saying, actually, the whole table pretty much agreed. They were like, girl, do you not know? Oh, please believe it's somebody looking at you. So it's something to also be said about what they identified as the radar. Your radar wasn't on. So I think a lot of times, whether we're in love, whether we're married, when we're so caught up in who we love and what we love, and we're not looking or we're not open to the possibility of somebody else being interested, I think we often overlook those that may be choosing or may be interested. So I mean, I don't know. Y'all agree, disagree?
Well, when your radar is not on, and for whatever instance, I can attest to that. When you're not looking and you're comfortable in what you're doing in your relationship and what you got going on, you're not looking. You're just simply not looking. And the case may be somebody may be feeling her, but she was just not looking. So,
and the truth of the matter, I think we're all flattered by compliments. Somebody be like, especially ladies, damn, you look good. You're not like, don't talk to me. I don't look good. Come on, man. Like, we all like our ego stroked at the end of the day. And I think it is flattering. It is affirming that, hey, we still got it. And I think whether that's you married, I think little compliment goes a long way. And it helps. I think it helps build self-esteem. But, that's just me.
All right, call us in. We got a phone call.
Oh. Dear Millennials, a lit ass podcast. Who's on the line?
Brittany.
Hey, you said Brittany?
Familiar.
Yes.
Brittany Nicole. Ooh, what's up, sister? Boo. What's up? Ooh, we turned up at the Beale Street Music Festival. They weren't with us. We were lit. I'm sorry. All right, so what's your thoughts on Ayesha Curry's comments?
Okay, I don't see the big deal about it. However, I feel like she should not be seeking validation from other men. And the only reason I think that Steph gets so much attention because he's a celebrity. On top of that, he's a famous basketball player. So, of course, females are going to be mad thirsty. But I personally don't see the big issue about what she said.
And that's true. She's seeking validation by the way men are choosing on it.
I don't think she's necessarily seeking validation. I think that she was reflecting on comparing herself to Steph. And I think it was that because she didn't drag on the conversation. She was saying, I'm so hurt because nobody wants me. She didn't say anything like that. She's mentioned, Steph gets this and then I don't get that. I'm wondering if something is wrong with me. Not that I want the attention, but it was like a light bulb for her in that moment if you watch the video and actually listened to the entire interview.
And two, it was missing something because if you notice, it went from one conversation about, and then we got to wrap it up, y'all. It went from, how do y'all deal with the extra women, the groupies? And then all of a sudden, Ayesha's comments came, I kind of feel like this. So I feel like that part was cut from another segment and it was brought into the video or the conversation. But I don't think it was in reference to the last question, but I don't know. So I'm curious to know what inspired her to even answer to that question, because I feel like it was missing a piece from it.
Yeah, they did cut a lot of clips.
If you listen,
I need to see the whole video.
Yeah, please watch the whole video because they did talk about like groupies on their husbands in a conversation prior to that comment. And a lot of people are really just seeing that comment and not the entire interview.
Well, thank you for calling, Brittany. We love you.
Yes, before we let you go, we love you, OP. We love you. Matt, we love you. We love you.
Thank you.
Love you, Marvin Frank.
You heard me bad.
Shout out to the Dear Millennials Lit Ass Podcast. We love you.
This is y'all. That's the real Will Smith. Y'all, oh man.
Thank you, Will. I love you too,
My
man.
nigga, man. All right, yo, thank y'all for calling. Thanks for your continued support. Ladies and gentlemen, before we head out, it is now time for the Dear Millennials open letter.
Dear Millennials, understand you are beautiful. Understand that attention is wanted by everyone. Also understand that there's someone always looking at you, whether it's in a grocery store or if it's in the bushes behind your house.
Oh, be careful.
But at the end of the day, somebody's always watching. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and you never look much bolder, Lil Wayne. But also, find a group of friends who will be there to comfort you. Understand we all go through those dark times. I'm going to leave you with this one quote that was said by a profound author, songwriter, and philosopher. They said, fuck bitches, get money.
He was gonna do it. I knew he was gonna do something crazy.
Fuck bitches, get money.
Loving.
Get money. What you say, huh?
Oh
Get
my
money.
God. Big Love, and thank you for words of affirmation, man. Things to take you out this week. Consider all that was said. Ladies and gentlemen, we are Dear Millennials, the lit ass podcast. Thank you for tuning in, everybody on Facebook Live. It's your boy Top Rain Marvin Frank, singer, songwriter, educator, student to the game, homie, lover, friend, mama, I love you. Can't wait to see you in New York. Can't wait to see you, son. This weekend. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers.
Yes.
We love y'all. Yo, make loving.
Once again, South Memphis, y'all can sit down. It's Make Loving. Got these chicks straight out the oven. Educated, motivated, dark skin, drinking hand. Teacher, preacher, got you down, laughing, calling me the Grim Reaper. Nadine, I love you. Happy Mother's Day. I know it's not today, but you know. Also, happy Mother's Day to Dale's mama, Kanisha.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Also, she'll be graduating with her bachelor's this Saturday.
Yeah.
So, Black Girl Magic. My son can say that he has two parents to graduate from, or both parents to graduate from college.
Man,
Nice.
that's beautiful.
It's your girl, Mary Jane, Georgia Ray's Memphis. Hey, book club creator, the woman storyteller, and your favorite around the way girl. Mama, I love you. I can't wait to see you this weekend. I'm heading out to Georgia tomorrow, y'all. Hey, I can't wait.
Always leaving.
I go home about once a month, maybe twice a month, but you know, I can't wait. Yeah, and all the mothers out there, happy Mother's Day. Enjoy this weekend, y'all.
Thank you. You guys already know who it is. It's your girl OPP, aka South Memphis Queen, also known as the Memphis Finest. A couple shout outs. Of course, Iman, you already know this weekend is going to be lit. Happy Mother's Day. I want to say happy Mother's Day to Stephanie, Dr. Stephanie R. Hill, Ashley Lynch, also Dr. Sharon Davenport, and Camilla Young. Without you, amazing women, I would not be the phenomenal woman that I am becoming today. And also, Uncle Babe Bra, it was your going to have rest in heaven and anniversary this year. So also, I want to shout you out.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Thank you for that. Oh, beautiful. Before we close out, y'all, make sure you check on your folks who may have lost their mothers. And happy Mother's Day to all of those mothers to a motherless child who are a part of the village. You're a part of that Mother's Day celebration too. So ladies and gentlemen, happy hump day. And without all that being said, have a lit week!
Man, I thought I was going to lose some friends in this episode. It was like playing a game of spades. Oh,
You know how to play
that you lose in every time.
No, I don't.
You sound
Don't
slow
see,
ass.
this is why I always
We need to
lose
have a
friends in
spades
spades.
tournament.
Lit ass appreciation coming up.
No.
We are, yes.
I don't play spades with friends no more.
The proceeding is an OM production. For more information, go to theoamnetwork.com.